On this channel, we love Jesus. We talk about Jesus, we vlog, we have a good time, but especially, we build chicken coops. But on top of all those things, most importantly, we rock. So the game plan is, I'm here at my shop. This is my shop. I gotta unload the truck. I have a chicken area. Currently, me and Shauna have 17 chickens, which I'll show you in a minute. But we have a chicken area that we built behind my shop, my working shop. But the game plan is, gotta unload the truck, gotta go to Home Depot, gotta get everything I need to extend the chicken coop. Because right now, 17 chickens, 1 chicken coop, but we have 12 brand new chickens that are ready to transition from the garage into the new chicken area. They're old enough now to where they can co-mingle and cohabitate with the other chickens. So I have to extend the chicken coop today so we can fit 29 total chickens. So pretty busy day. Nah, we're just cruising. You want to build a chicken coop and get married and have chickens?
Yeah.
All right, cool. Can I think about that one? All right. Yeah, that's fine. So let's start with a tour of what I currently have for the chicken setup. This would be the side of the shop. Hey girls. Hey. So this back here is the chicken area. Hey girls. Hey. Right now we have 17 chickens. I'm getting on average about a dozen eggs a day, which is what we want from the 17 chickens, but we want a little more egg production because we give a lot of our eggs away. We sell a lot of our eggs for real cheap. And as you know, the cost of eggs right now in 2025 is insane. So, but here is, let me show you guys the chicken coop. So it's got a pretty long roof and that makes it to where the food is not getting wet whenever it rains, but I have their feeder back there, their water back there, and then this is the coop. It's basically a 4x8 because I built it with 4x8 sheets of plywood. Here is their little ramp that they go up, and then I made it to where half of this opens up so I can clean it out. And then here is a little roosting post, and here is their little egg laying boxes, and they keep laying eggs on the floor. I don't know why, they won't lay them all in the box, but, and then if we walk around, this side does not open up, but if we walk around to this other side, oh, and here's their food bucket. So basically a plastic container, and I bought these little gravity feeders from Tractor Supply. This keeps rodent infestation down tremendously because I used to use that bucket back there, as you can see, and man, I had mice and rodents getting in my food every night, and they were eating all the food and kicking all the food out, wasting all the food. This makes it to where mice, they can get right here and eat food right here, but they can't get in there and like get a bunch of food and like run away with it, and possums, like all that stuff. And then on this side is where I collect eggs. So made it to where these got little doors that open. You can reach in there. Do I have any eggs? Oh yeah, there's an egg in there, but I'll get it later. So we got 1 and 2. And then that's basically it. Overhang on the back, so they have plenty of area to sit if it comes a big rainstorm, and that's pretty much it. That's the chicken area. But my game plan for today, at least to get started, is to take this 4x8 and make it an additional 8 foot. I gotta set 2 posts over here, and then we're gonna make this a lot longer. We're gonna put the roof on it later, but that's game plan for today, and not too terribly excited about it, but needs to get done. New chickens, yay! All right, gotta set the post first. So once I figure out the distance that I am going past the current chicken coop, then I can set my posts and start building some structure. So I'm gonna get my post set first, and then we're gonna start framing everything up so we can box it in, have a new home for these chickens. Okay, made some pretty good progress. I got this side off. I got the back completely done. I got this side completely done. All I have left to do is throw the floor in, throw this wall in, and then it'll be connected. So we'll just have one big long chicken coop, enough for all my chickens. And we're gonna take a break for a minute. Took a short break, get a little haircut, and came back, finished up the chicken coop. Just figured I would show you guys before we end the video. But I started thinking about something. Hold that thought. Got the door put back on. Chicken coop used to be 4x8, so this was the extent of it. Shauna cleaned it out for me. Thank you, baby. But now we have extended, oh, we're blown out. Now we have extended over. We got new roosting places for the new chickens. Only thing that I have left to do, box is completely built. Only thing I have left to do is get me some new roofing material and extend the roof over to the new coop. And then we will be ready to go. Adding a couple of nesting boxes later because the new chickens will not be laying eggs for probably another 6 months, I would imagine, 5 or 6 months at least. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. Nothing special, but, and it's horribly out of square, but it works, man. And the chickens are happy. It's a nice place for them to get some shade and be out of the weather. So it works. Yeah. I was thinking about the fact that maturity requires expansion. You ever have those people, like it seems like no matter what they do in life, that God is speaking to them, that they pick up something? And I don't mean like the super spiritual people. I don't know why we say that. Like, is that rude? Like the super spiritual, like, because I want to be super spiritual. How is that a condescending thing? It's not like when you get to heaven, he's going to be like, oh yeah, the super spirit. I think the super spiritual ones are going to be the one. Anyway. I want to be super spiritual. But I guess what I'm trying to say is not people who take like menial things and try to make things that are really not spiritual and make them spiritual. I've never been one of those guys to where the small things in life, I've never really heard God speaking to me and like teaching me something. But today, I really made a connection. Maturity requires expansion. And I was thinking about these chickens and how when I first got these chickens, like they were just little bitties, like they were tiny little chickens, and I fit them all in a little Tupperware container. And it wasn't maybe a week after that, they were outgrowing the Tupperware container, and then I put them in like a child's playpen. And now here we are 6 weeks, 8 weeks later, and they're outgrowing that. And here I am building and expanding on what I already had to fit the maturity in their life, to fit the growth in their life. And it made me stop and think about, is there anything in my life that I'm having to expand? Is there anything in my life that I'm having to grow because of maturity, because I am maturing? I don't know how to land that thought. I don't have the punchline to that thought, but it's thought-provoking, you know? I guess another way that you could look at it and another way you could think about it is seatbelt, is stagnation. Things that are stagnant are gross. I think of stagnant water, like water that has no inflow, it has no egress, nothing like that. It's just gross. It's just nasty. And are there any areas of my life, are there any areas of growth in my life, but are there any areas of stagnation? Am I saying that right? Are there any areas in my life that are stagnant? I'll say this, I think a lot of people have heard this before, but it's like the Dead Sea. How the Dead Sea, that they call it the Dead Sea because nothing can live there, nothing can grow there because of the salt content, because it's so salty. And the reason that it is so salty is because it's got tons of like inflow, like there are things that flow into the Dead Sea, but the Dead Sea has no egress. The Dead Sea has nothing flowing out of it, only things flowing into it. And I've heard that analogy a lot in my life. Like if you are just constantly like receiving from God, but never giving out, it causes things to be dead in your life. But I'll be honest with you, this is not one of those things I thought, oh, this would be good to say in the vlog. Like God really spoke that to me, because the more I think about it, the more sad I'm getting, and the more I don't really want to upload this or say this, because I'm like, wow, I'm analyzing everything in my life, and man, there's a lot of things that are stagnant in my life. Jeez. Is my Bible reading stagnant? Is my praise and worship outside of just a Sunday morning service stagnant? How about the times that I'm reaching out to people and encouraging people? Is that stagnant? Am I growing to the point to where I have to expand in those areas? This sucks. Thanks a lot, God. Thanks for that word. I really don't. I think I'm done. I don't have anything else to say. Ooh, boy, that haircut. Oh, yes, sir. Spent all day building y'all another home. Hope you're happy. Uh-oh. Yeah, it's me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Ah. See if I can make Sean mad. Hey. Can you tell me I'm pretty? Because of my new haircut.
I didn't even get a chance to look at you.
Okay, look at me. Thanks.
Turn around. I can't see anything.
Oh. Wait, can we say that again? Say that again for the good. Ooh, son. Hey, look, I gotta tell you something God told me and it sucks. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Growth. Oh, shoot, I messed it up. Maturity requires expansion. So, like, I was thinking about the chickens and how as they get older, as they mature, as they grow, it's a requirement for expansion.
Yeah.
You have to build whenever things mature and whenever things grow. What in your life are you having to expand and build because of growth and maturity? I know, right? Isn't that the crappiest thing God ever told me? I love you, Jesus.